Adult Ballet Summer Intensives. This video is for you guys. You all know I have been a huge advocate for adults in ballet. My company, Kathryn Morgan Friends, put on a summer intensive for adults the last 4 or 5 years. And so I love when adults are going to summer intensives. But I know some of you probably are terrified. What do I expect? This and that. Like, it can be a whole new experience, particularly if you never did it as a child. So this video today is to help you guys be prepared, feel confident, and make the most out of your summer. So first of all, let's discuss the structure of adult summer intensives. When you guys sign up for one, you should have an idea of the kind of program it is. And we can do a whole separate video on choosing the right adult intensive for you, but I'll probably do that later in the year because it's April. Oftentimes with adult intensives, there are 2 tracks. Some are very community-based, activity-based, lots of classes, but more of a retreat type atmosphere, which is the kind we had at Cam and Friends, which is now the label Active Retreat. Or sometimes they are just simply classes, you have a schedule, and you're done. So when you're looking at these things, decide which track is right for you. And again, we can go into this in more detail later. But the thing with adult intensives, just like pre-pro intensives, it's going to be a packed schedule because particularly for you guys, usually these intensives are 1, maybe 2 weeks. So they're going to want to pack a lot of classes in there. So in terms of structure, you're always going to have a ballet class to start out. Sometimes there might be a conditioning class either before as a warm-up or maybe sometime during the day. You're going to have point. If you're on point, good adult intensives should offer both tracks as an FYI. You might have variations or repertoire or maybe some other classes. Typically, in my experience, at least what we did, it's going to be 3 to 4 classes a day minimum. So I encourage you guys to start prepping early. Please don't wait until the week of your summer intensive to really start taking care of your body, eating well, doing the extra training, getting enough sleep. You need to be prepared far and away earlier. I would say like a month or so before. Really start preparing your body because it's going to be a whole lot more dancing than you're used to. Even if you're a beginner, adult intensives with a very beginner level, you're still going to get offered all of these incredible experiences and all of these incredible classes, even if it's in a beginner level. So really start preparing your body, whether this means walking more, Pilates, doing a little bit of extra ballet classes. You guys know you can find them right here on this channel. Just really start preparing, I would say a month minimum before your summer intensive. I've seen so many adults come into these intensives and by day 3 it's like, oh boy. And speaking now as a 37-year-old adult, former professional, I know my body doesn't work like it did when I was 18. So you really need to prepare ahead of time and you're going to have such a better experience. You can find all the things you need right here on this channel. I have Pilates conditioning classes. I have the pre-point TheraBand. I have ballet classes, like literally one-stop shopping right here. This is a longer game for you. And I talked about this in the pre-pro video as well. It's not just about that 1 or 2 weeks. Think of it more of a long game. Use this opportunity to prepare your body so you make the most out of that time. And then after your intensive, you just keep going. Now, depending on the intensive, you will either be self-placed and you pick your level, but some adult intensives are going to have a placement class. So don't let it throw you. Remember that this is an assessment of where you are right now, currently, not about you as a person, as a human being, your worth, your talent, none of that. It's where do you fall best within not only the people there, like in terms of where everybody else's level is, but what are the levels being offered? The summer intensives have their faculty in mind. They know kind of in their head, like, okay, this is what we're considering beginner, this is what we're considering intermediate, and so forth. Maybe in your studio at home when you're taking classes, you might be intermediate, but the beginner level might serve you. Or adults tend to undervalue themselves. Maybe you need to push yourself, you know what I mean? Pretty much though, in my experience, most adult summer intensives are going to be leveled. So for you, I would encourage you to choose a level that is going to push you but not overwhelm you. It is really not going to benefit you to be in the advanced level if you feel like, I want a challenge, but I'm not quite there technically, or I'm not there with the vocabulary yet. You're actually just going to end up being miserable, you guys. So I would actually under level yourself, and then you can maybe move yourself up, because the last 5 years we had people jump all around, because again, you're an adult, you're not a child. So maybe start beginner, and then halfway through the week, if it's possible, say, hey, can I try the intermediate class? You have a lot more freedom in that than a child would. You also have an adult brain. And so trust yourself, push yourself, but don't be afraid to go slightly under, at least at the start. The other thing with that too is, because it's going to be more than you usually do, if you take a couple of intermediate classes a week during the year, doing the intermediate level for a week or two solid straight might actually be too much. So maybe you need to go back to basics. Maybe if you're kind of teetering on the edge, well, I've been in beginner like 3 years and I want to push myself, and you're ready to go for it, do the intermediate. This is something I want to say to all of the adults. This is your program, your journey. You paid for it, so you decide. You get the most out of it, no matter what that means. Practical tips: what to pack. Dancewear. With most adult intensives, there's not usually a dress code. Some require the same black leotard flesh tights, black for male presenting. Like sometimes there is, but I'd say like 80% of the time you guys can wear whatever you want. My number one tip for you guys: pack more than you think you need. So many people love changing at the lunch break. Oh, I'm going to start fresh. Oh, I'm going to whatever. So I would aim for at least 2 pieces of dancewear a day, like 2 leotards a day or 2 outfits a day, especially if you don't have a laundry situation, if you're not going to wash them out in the sink, if your hotel doesn't have it. Aim for 2 different dance outfits a day, because sometimes it's just really nice at lunch to like change leotards. Professionals do that. Halfway through the day, they're like, I am so disgusting and sweaty, I need a new leotard. No shame in that whatsoever. Pros do it all the time. I would definitely overdo it on the dancewear, and wear what makes you comfortable. If it's a no dress code situation, you do you. I've had people who felt most comfortable in like yoga kind of outfits. I have had some of the most amazing adults have it be like a fashion show every day, and they come in these spectacular combinations, and I'm like, teach me your ways. You do you. If you want to make it a fashion show for a week or two, live your best life. In terms of shoes, kind of the same thing. If you're a dancer on point, I would bring several pairs if you have them. If you're a beginner, 1 is perfectly fine. Something else to be aware of: if you're going to a humid climate, your point shoes are going to break faster than you want them to. Just be aware of the humidity in the air breaking down your shoes to the point of frustration. Or bring jet glue, or bring the extra pair. And then if you're not on point, 1 pair of ballet shoes should be perfectly fine to set you up for the week. Another thing some adults like is taking class in socks. I would encourage you though, make sure that is allowed at the summer intensive. A lot of studios don't like people wearing socks in class because of sweat, and it ruins the marley, ruins the floor. So if you are going to wear socks for class, please check ahead of time. It's really important. Otherwise, 1 pair of flat shoes is fine, and maybe 1 or 2 pairs of point shoes if you're on point. The other thing I would encourage you to do is bring anything for your recovery. Arnica gel, massage ball, TheraBand, foam roller, if you can. I don't know if you're driving or flying or whatnot, but bring recovery things for your body. However, I said this in the pre-pro intensive one, and I'm going to say it to you guys too. Please buy Epsom salts when you get there, because they look like different things in the luggage, and I don't want you to be stopped by TSA. So if you're flying, buy Epsom salts when you get there. If you're driving, great, no problem. Just bring things that you know your body needs to recover. It's going to really set you up well for that week or two. While you're there, of course, and this is very self-explanatory, take care of yourself. Like we said earlier, it's going to be more than you've been doing during the year. So eat well, sleep well, take your recovery days. If the intensive offers some sort of rest day, or some will offer like you can sign up for massage or you can sign up for a PT. Take advantage of it. Even if you're not hurting, by the middle of the week, you might be. So take advantage of anything like that offered and just take care of your body while you're there. It's not a time to start a new diet. It's not a time to try and lose 20 pounds. You guys, you look fabulous just the way you are. You're here for you. Own it, go with it. I think anybody that goes to an adult summer intensive, props to you. You guys are incredible. So just come as you are and take care of yourself while you're there. Don't feel like you have to start some new glorious thing. Just go, be present in your classes, and take care of yourself. Next thing I want to talk about with adult intensives is the emotional component. Having experienced my students for 5 years during the summers, the mental side for adults is huge because it can be so challenging to show up not knowing anybody, maybe only having done this recreationally, maybe only having just started ballet. Even if it's your passion and your love, it is terrifying. The way I would put this in perspective for myself is going to like a piano summer intensive. That's something I do and enjoy. It's not my profession, but I enjoy it. I would be terrified. So I get it. I understand. Just know that everybody's in the same boat. Especially as adults, we internalize and we think everybody else has it and they've all figured it out and they're showing up in their fabulous outfits and they've been in ballet class for 18 and a half years. No. Everybody's self-conscious about something. Everybody's doubting themselves on something. Everybody is feeling, especially day one, walking into a new environment, it can be so challenging. So know that you're not alone. Know that if you feel any sort of doubt or you feel any imposter syndrome, it's so normal. I'm not sitting here saying don't feel that way. Know that it's normal, but also know that probably everybody in the room is going to feel the same way. The way I like to put it in perspective for you guys, when you're in class, and you're dancing like during the year with the people you feel comfortable with the teachers you love, when you're there for that hour and a half, are you hyper fixated on if someone fell out of their turn, if they don't look good in their leotard, oh, why are they here today? No, you're there for you. You're doing your thing. But as an adult, I do this as a pro, we think everybody's looking at us and everybody's judging us and oh my gosh, they're going to think I'm fake and I'm terrible and I look ugly. And no, you're not thinking about that way about everybody else. So 99% sure they're not thinking that way about you. So know you're all in the same boat. Know it's normal. And this can be something that you all can connect with. The biggest component, I think, of adult intensives is building your community because it's such a special group of people and it's such a wonderful community. The amount of people I have met, for anybody that attended my intensives, I love you all. I think you're incredible. It is such a special group of people. You guys are so unique. You're so kind. You push each other. You're so supportive. Like, adults in ballet are some of the coolest and the greatest people I've ever met in my life. Use this opportunity for that. I mean, I have had people come in and I'll let you in on a secret. Being at the front of the room, sometimes with adults, I feel like an imposter. Because I'll be standing there and I have a scientist and a physicist and an oncologist. I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a this, I'm a that, and I'm like, I do ballet. So you have to remember, for us at the front of the room, teaching adults with normal jobs, we feel like imposters. Like, who am I to be teaching ballet to this woman who is a cancer doctor or an astronaut or this person and that like, we feel like we shouldn't be there. So it's not just you guys, it's the teachers as well, because in our eyes, we just do ballet and you guys are like saving the world. So know that as well. It's a whole different experience for us when we're teaching you than when we're teaching kids. Because when you're teaching kids, you have to command the room, you have discipline, and you all get in line and everybody shut up, and it's a whole different thing. You guys are a teenager, like, you need to respect me. It is such a different experience teaching people, especially who are older than me. You know, some of you I look at when I'm teaching and I'm like, you are my senior, you are my elder, and I need to respect you. And so I often feel weird leading the room at 32, 33, 34, 35, now I'm 37, when I have these people in the room who have far more life experience than I do. So know that the imposter syndrome goes both ways. And so it kind of levels everybody in the room. We're all humans. We're all here. We're all here to have a good time and do ballet and improve and have joy or have a good workout or whatever reason you're there. But just know you're not alone. The other thing to start watching out for when you're there is another natural human thing, which is comparison. Whose leg goes higher, who's better turnout, who's been in this longer, who's getting the choreography faster. I see this a lot when we do repertoire. If you're not used to doing choreography during the year, oftentimes remembering a really long piece can be overwhelming. And so you start comparing yourself to who's getting it faster and who got it first. And it can be such a big thing up here for you guys. So I really encourage you to take one day at a time. Take care of your body, be really present in your classes. It can help to bring a journal or a notebook to like write down corrections, write down what you're learning, write down the rep so that you can refer back to it. I know that helps a lot of people, but it's just about being present and knowing that you have every right to be there. This is your week. It is your body. And you have just as much right to be there as everybody else in the room. Another thing I encourage you guys to do, make the most of every opportunity given. For example, what we used to do and what they're going to do for label. We would work with Katie Ging, our photographer, and everybody would get a 5-minute photo shoot. It was included in the price of the ticket, and everybody got to do a photo shoot with her. We included lunch. We have outings. We have community things. We have a dinner where we all get to be together. If those kinds of things are offered to you guys, particularly if they are included in the price of the ticket, I really encourage you to take advantage of them because that is when the bonding happens. It's just fun community building outside of the studio because that is where you make the most out of an adult summer intensive experience. It's all the people there. It's with the faculty because again, like we were just saying, we're equals. So it's a chance to connect with people. It's a chance to have a new experience. Some people had never had a photo shoot before, and it was so incredible to see. Some people had never been, I don't know, there was like a shop night. We did bowling night. If that's offered, I encourage you to take advantage of it. If you're in a situation where you're learning a variation or any type of repertoire during your intensive, don't be afraid to ask questions. I think a lot of adults go in thinking they have to be silent and thinking they have to kind of smile and nod. But if you're lost, if you're not getting it, if you want us to repeat the step, ask. Please ask. Again, having taught adults for many years now, I love when you guys ask me questions. I love your feedback. I love knowing, are we getting this? Are we not getting this? Because if I say, okay, are we good? Everybody good? Everybody got it? And you don't say anything, I'm going to assume we have it. So if you're lost as an adult, please speak up. Please say, hey, do you mind going over again? Or can you repeat that part? Or even in normal class, if you need the combination repeated, I would much rather show it again or give it again. And everybody I know that teaches adults would agree with me on this. We'd rather you have it and be confident and be sure of yourself so that when you're going across the floor or when you're doing the variation, you feel confident and you feel like you can improve. We don't want you to spend the whole time dancing just trying to remember the steps. So please feel free to speak up in your classes. It's very, very important. And that's another thing I want to touch on for you guys. You have, and I keep going back to this, but it's so true, you have an adult brain. You know your body better than anyone else. You know what you're capable of better than anyone else. And if at any point you need to stop, pull back, if you have some sort of an injury, if something is hurting and not in a good soreness way, or just it's like, I don't want to push through that, don't. Tell us. We do not object. We never object. Oh, great, no problem. I'm not going to do petit Allegro today. Great, live your best life. Not a problem. You know your body. You have been in your body your entire life. You know it better than we do. So if there is a place where you need to pull back, if there is a place where you want to push, if there's a place where like, I'm not sure, you do you. I say it all the time. You paid to be there. This is your week. So whatever that means to you, whether you want to push, whether you need to pull back, whether come Wednesday, your calves are like, nope, you do you. It is your body. It is your week. You deserve to be there. So you have the experience you want to have. In terms of how to approach the week, I would go into an adult summer intensive having like 1 or 2 main things that you yourself want to improve. If you want to focus on getting combinations faster, maybe you want to work on your turnout, maybe you want to push your body and get a great workout in every single class, maybe you want to improve your pirouettes. Have a focus for you. Doesn't have to be what the rest of the class is focusing on, doesn't have to be what the teacher wants to focus on per se. But if they're giving a combination and they're giving you 70 things to think about, have a benchmark for yourself. So if you have some sort of goal or overarching focus in mind, it can help, again, come midweek when you're just like, I don't know what's happening. If you get to that point where you're like, I'm overwhelmed and my brain is fried, have your own personal, like, okay, this week I'm doing this and this. Or I want to, this first week, focus on this, and the second week I'm going to do this. If you have some sort of benchmark for yourself, when it gets overwhelming, when you have 5 different teachers, when they're all saying completely different things, you can always come back to you and say, okay, this is what I'm going to focus on. This is what I'm going to push for through the week. So the last thing I want to say is the thing that irks me so much about the way that so many people approach adult intensives and the way I never wanted to and the way Maria is not with Label Active. You deserve to be there. I will get out my soapbox for anybody who looks at adults and is like, oh, well, they're not going to be professionals, or, oh, well, it's fine. You deserve to be there. You deserve to be pushed. You deserve to be corrected. You deserve to get the most out of your week and improve your dancing. Do not let anybody make you feel you are less than because you are not a teenager at a professional summer intensive. Do not. End of story. It makes me so angry when teachers do not take adults seriously to the point where it's just like, okay, no. No. You deserve to be there. You are just as qualified, if not more so, than a child is. You deserve to be there. Do not let anybody make you feel otherwise. And if you get into a situation where you're at this week, you paid for it, and you feel like they're not taking me seriously, they're treating us like backhandedly or passive aggressively, you be your own cheerleader. You be your own person. You push yourself. You go across that dang floor as many times as you want to. Do not let them make you feel less than. So many adult intensives are so wonderful and they will push you. You will have a life-changing experience. But I have heard from some people that some adult intensives are so passive-aggressive and so an afterthought. If you've ended up in one of those, and you didn't know it or you didn't realize it till you got there, you be your own advocate for the rest of the week and you get your money's worth and you push yourself and know you have just as much right to be there as anybody else. And I will stand on that soapbox forever. Do not forget that. So if you go into this prepared, having planned for it, having taken care of yourself, owning who you are, knowing that everybody's in the same boat in terms of worry and fear and imposter syndrome, teachers included, you are going to be great because these experiences can be life-changing. They really, really can. Not only are you going to get an amazing week of ballet, but you're going to get an amazing week of people because everybody I've met at these intensives are incredible. Like they really are. And some have met and now are friends for life. And some of mine who originally were my students are now my dear friends for life. So it can be such a life-changing week. So I encourage you guys to go in there, push your bodies, but be smart about it. Take care of yourself, make the most of every opportunity, and know that everybody's in the same boat and all of you deserve to be there. So if this was helpful, let me know if I missed anything. Please, guys, chime in if there's something else. They're like, oh, I want to say you should have said this. Do it, box down below. If you missed the video about going on point, actually, that can be helpful for you guys. It's right there. You can click it to watch. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.